Will Republicans walk out again?
The real question is, would Republicans walk out, which are really ruralites, right? Would the rural members walk out? Absolutely. I think that's 100%. Take yourself an Indian nickel. That would happen. They would walk out in a nanosecond. Now, the question is, what you're really asking is, will they? And that is really sort of dependent. We've said from the beginning, you know me to be this way, is look, we're willing to sit down and listen to what everybody has. Now, they have a constitutional problem. They have two issues. They need to have two of us come in here to have a quorum, and they got to get to 16 votes. Well, we're not even in the voting process, okay? We're only needed for two bodies because they can't get to 16 on their side at the moment, right? And so they're sort of, I mean, there's as many Democrats walking around asking us to walk out so that they don't have to vote either way. So, yeah, it's sort of a quagmire right now. So would the ruralites walk out? Absolutely will. I think that's really dependent. I mean, we've not, for the people that watch this, the bill's been first read and not brought out of the committee, so therefore it hasn't been second read, which is 2 days to the floor. They intentionally have not brought it out, and so until it's second read, I don't think there's any urgency to go anywhere. And the clock is ticking. We set up a limit, and we said we could only be here till the 30th, and so it takes 20 and 40 votes to be on there. That ain't happening. I don't care. That ain't happening, okay? That's not going to happen. So now we're in this position of, okay, the clock's running going down the road here. And, you know, the budget bills are being held hostage. Typically, you're familiar with this, capital construction budget bill, which is supposed to be a public document or a member document, maybe not a public document, a member document to any member. You know, they refuse to provide. There are accusations that there's projects buying votes in there. That's not necessarily illegal under the law. But you see where we're at. And we passed for the first time, Dick. You can tell on tape, how long have you been covering the Oregon legislature?
1976.
1976. The first time we've ever passed a continuing resolution which keeps the government funded and running until September was yesterday.
Right.
Was yesterday. And it's not the Republicans why they passed that in this Senate chamber. They passed that because they were looking at the House side and said, hey, the clock could run out before we were able to do everything we want to do. And so it was a House bill that came over to this side. And so we passed a continuing resolution, which is historically unheard of in this building. And the Democrats passed it, and they wanted it because they're fighting amongst themselves. We're sort of collateral damage.